Hello, Morrison. Welcome to Tanks Invest. Talk about investing, finance, and professional development. For today's episode only, the investment top today will be Ethereum ticker ETH. First, want to say happy Monday, everybody. Hope you had a great weekend, by the way. Respect to recording time of 9:02 a.m. on the Eastern Time. Current trade $3,164, up about 0.02% so far. In addition to Ethereum trading on a sideways fashion, Bitcoin is trading on a sideways fashion respectively as well. So is Dogecoin and Cardano. But Solana did break the $100 mark as we speak at the moment. I know we were kind of hovering and kind of testing around the $97, $95 mark today, but it seems like there is a lot of momentum that's percolating, breaking through the $100 mark, which is a monumental step for Solana, which is congratulations for those that are holding Solana. This is a major moment for you guys. With respect to Ethereum specifically on the media front, I've been just picking up some news early this morning, right? And I would say collectively it's still kind of in the same fashion comparable to the ones that we saw during the weekend, right? With respect to a lot of commercialization news on NFT adoptions, right? And some news on regurgitating about the EIP 1559 London Fork debut, right? And also, we got another news that's quite interesting with respect to a Japanese brokerage, Nomura. You let its users trade crypto for the first time. So Nomura is a Japanese bank, and they have a lot of commercial banks, or consumer banks, if you may, like the Chase banks of New York City, or like the Bank of America if you live in the U.S. And with respect to their adoptions for allowing their institutional clients to be trading crypto, it's a great stamp of approval for this global adoptions for crypto assets going forward, right? So with respect to the Japanese government, and typically are very traditional, despite their technological innovation and the technology that they emerge onto the global basis, this is definitely a great gravitas that they bring to the table, right? Nomura is one of those really well institutionalized bank, with great ties to the Japanese government. So for this to be adopted going forward, and this emergence in the Japanese nation going forward, it's a great stamp of approval, right? And which is something we appreciate as we further shift to this global domination of crypto assets going forward, right? Another article came out about 10 hours ago with respect to Decrypt, talking about why Ethereum NFT whales are obsessed with the number 8, right? So, with respect to number 8, right? So, that's a very popular number among Chinese people. Number 8 rhymes with the Chinese word fa, and fat means wealth, money, being rich, I guess. And this is cultivating a lot of Chinese interest, right? And there's a reason why some of the most expensive NFTs involve with the number 8, right? Like triple eight, quadruple eight. It's just a number that's considered to be lucky in the Chinese culture, right? So and obviously with NFT, it's a form of just artistic cultivation. So it's getting some Chinese whales, you know, to be interested in investing in these type of assets, right? And just to talk about some trivial stuff. So cyber crypto punk, triple eight, right? So crypto punk, hashtag 8888 sold for 888.8 Ethereum. Okay, so this is definitely a very Chinese type of behavior. It is something that is well known among China to like to use the number 8, so like for their phone numbers, for their addresses, even for their license plate. So it's not surprising for these type of behavior to be adopted, right? And I think a lot of whales, especially in crypto, are coming from China, right? So this is not surprising behavior, but it's interesting, to see that there are some traditional ties to this innovative technology, if you may, right? And then 12 hours ago, from Bazinga talking about NFT, NBA legend Stephen Curry pays big bucks for Ethereum Bored Ape Yacht Club NFT. So as you know, Stephen Curry paid about $180,000 for a picture of an ape in a suit, right? So I think this is probably just a form of tax write-off. Knowing the fact that investing in art, you subsequently don't have to incur as much tax as you would have to be paying if you didn't incur some sort of a tax you know deductible, if you may. And this is applicable to real estate. This is applicable to obviously art investments. This is obviously applicable to charitable donations at the same time. So this is just some sort of like a rich people loophole, if you may, right? And then that's pretty much it on the news. And then some other regurgitation news on the London fork debut, how much Ethereum has been burned so far, 400 million. So this is something that we've known for quite some time now, right? So it seems like we are on technical front, trading on sideways fashion, still laying on the cushion, right? The $3,150. And today we try to break above to the 3,250, which is the next level of technical, non-substantive level, right? And we're just kind of trading on sideways fashion, struggling. And it seems like the wedge is still forming. We can see that there's an upward wedge that's forming. The apex is slowly fusing together. MACD is definitely cooling down, so we do like that. And RSI is slowly depleting. We're not as running super hot as we were before on the 7th, but it has been a month already, right? So the best world situation would be for us to keep trading on sideways fashion to the point that RSI will have no choice but to deplete back to the normal level. Then we will not get to the 2,750, 2,450. Will be unlikely. But we know that this is still a wedge, so this cancels out, right? So I do hope that we just stay on the sideways fashion, but that's unlikely because the September has never really been kind to crypto market, so that's something we have to be mindful of, right? So let's just look at the cheat sheet again. So it seems like we are still in the complacency zone, as we were talking about. You see the upward wedge that we were talking about. It's kind of comparable to this right now. Obviously, it's more stretched up. And then next thing you know, we will see anxiety, denial, and panic, and capitulation, and then anger, and then you see a bunch of depression because that will be a bear market technically, right? And then it will recuperate and start to go back to the early stage again, the disbelief, and then slowly come back up. The cycle has to go through its course of nature, right? And I think we are at the complacency stage, right? So if we follow the fundamentals, we should be fine. So we're in business of risk mitigation, and this is the level of risk that we at right now, right? In respect to price target, $3,000, not price target, entry price, right? 3,000 would be the level they want to swing trade at. 2,750 would be the ideal level I would be buying at. 2,450 would be the perfect level for me to buy at, right? But we have to watch how the needle will be dropped, right? Because the wedge is forming. It seems like the 2,750 is imminent, despite the RSI depleting. But the technical never lies, right? So we just have to stay patient. It's the reason why we trade on sideways fashion. You know what I'm trying to say? Because the fundamentals saying that we are in the complacency stage, right? And when you're being complacent, you feel bored. It's definitely not the most exciting time, obviously, right? But if you buy now, right, 9,800 in the next 12 months, 3.3 times your money from here, which is not a bad idea, right? So hopefully this is helpful, give you the clarity and transparency that you're looking for. And yeah, I'll be around today, so just feel free to give me a shout if you have any questions, and stay tuned for this coming up. Take care. Bye.